kickoff unit all lined up, and we're ready to put toe to leather. And he's coming out of the end zone. Really disciplined job by the coverage unit to get down there and make the stop at the 19. And guys, any discussion about this offense has to start and end with the guy behind center.
Yeah, I mean, the quarterback, he gets the ball on every play. He's got to be the leader. He's got to be able to throw the football. So many times you see Jesse where they can run it as well, but he's the captain usually on most teams. It starts and ends with him.
Yeah, and David, the thing you love about this guy, too, is he's such a good distributor and facilitator with the football. He knows this offense like the back of his hand, and he's able to take advantage of all the different weapons they have surrounding him.
And I kind of like how the running back didn't mess around. Like, just get downhill when you see an opening. A lot of times they close so fast, man. Be decisive, stick your foot in the ground, pick up 3 to 4, and we are not going to complain.
Under fire. And he will get home, and the quarterback goes down at the 17.
One thing you know about this defense, they have got a pass rush, and you cannot be predictable, especially when it comes to throwing the football. There is too much athleticism and length up front on this defensive line and in their front seven, and they register a sack early here on only the second play of the game.
Now a lot of work to do to move the chains, keep this drive alive after that earlier sack. On 3rd and long, he has to throw for it. Lost one deep down the right side. It's caught. Oh, he's getting ahead of steam. Touchdown.
Quarterback's abilities to read the field is huge, and also the anticipation, the time to be able to throw the football, Jesse, and hit a guy in stride so he can get run after the catch and get in the end zone. That was a nice job by the quarterback.
Yeah, it's critical, David. And listen, a lot of times touchdown passes aren't thrown into the end zone. You've got to read the coverage, hit the open guy, and let him do the rest.
Getting ready for the extra point after the first score of the game. And the PAT makes it 7-0. Quick strike offense on that 3-play scoring drive. And they finish it off with a scintillating big play. 83 yards on the touchdown pass. They're set to kick it off. Do you think this crowd's going to get loud when their defense comes on the field? He'll start the return inside his 5. Nice job executing all of the assignments as they put a stop to that return at the 22. And we've got a superb matchup to watch here, David. One of the best quarterbacks in the country. And how much will he be willing to challenge one of the best corners in the land?
Well, and it's going to be more interesting to me, Jesse. Do they let him make a play? Like, does he choose to go after him and believe in his ability and believe in his matchups? Or do they stay away from him? Because a lot of people stay away from him. He's that good out wide that you don't want that smoke. And I'm interested to see, Jesse, if he has the onions to go after the corner and try to make plays.
Well, one thing we know about him for sure is he's a believer in his own arm talent. He's the kind of guy that thinks he can fit the football into the smallest windows, but you're right. He's got to pick his battles and be careful when he decides to attack this guy, because he has picked off some really good quarterbacks in the past, and you know he's just licking his chops, hoping for a chance today.
And there was nowhere to go, just stopped in his tracks in the backfield. Looks as if we have an injury on that last play, and we'll take a break to check him out. They've got to come up with a big play on this 3rd and long. To the air, it's Bailey. It's complete to the left. Just what they were looking for to get this drive rolling. They're out to the 35.
Well, after watching the other offense go down the field and score a touchdown, you know this guy's trying to lead his offense to do the exact same thing. That was a big third down. I know there's a lot of football left to play, but you're trying to establish confidence as early as possible. That last throw is really going to help out your team.
Ball is at the 35. It's 1st and 10. They'll give it to the back. Oh, he's got some space. Nice pickup on the ground there, and they'll move the sticks with a 1st down.
First down, physicality wins football games. Being able to run the football and create balance. And right here, just choose up another 1st down. Gives you another chance to maybe continue to run the football.
And I feel like this guy, too, is just an explosive play waiting to happen. His vision, his quickness, and he's got a burst. If you give this guy just a crease, he's going to hit it. And right now, he's doing some damage on this defense.
From the 47-yard line on 1st and 10. From the gun to give, looking for room. They make the stop, but there is a flag on the field. We'll see what that's all about. Just an obvious holding call there, and one that just kills an offense's momentum. It'll just make it more satisfying if they can move the chains after starting 1st and 20. This junior making his presence felt and making the stop after a short gain.
And what's the closest guy to the football, man? It's those defensive tackles, and those guards and centers have to work together. They got to get those guys and get some movement. They don't on this play, and the big fella eats. Nowhere to go. When you run into him, you usually meet the ground.
He is lucky to get that one back, and the last thing you want is to turn it over on your opening drive. On 3rd and long, a check down would be the last resort. And the deflection by the defense brings up 4th down. They bring the punter onto the field now. This will be their first punt of the afternoon. Probably hope for a little bit more on that one. It'll go out of bounds right at the 30-yard line. Here comes the offense back onto the field. Already a solid start to this one. Now back to work with this 7-0 lead. Running back searching for a hole. Jukes his way for more. Gets it past the 1st down marker and still running.
All right, defense, that's what we can't do. We can't give up this many chunk yards on the ground. Got to commit more guys to the line of scrimmage. Got to get those running backs on the ground. That's way too easy.
Running game got it done on the last play. Now it's 1st down. Leaves it with the back. Able to scrounge 3 yards out of that one somehow. It's 2nd and 7.
Man, a nice second effort by the back to break a tackle. But how about those defensive backs willing to come up, stick their face in the fan, and make a tackle?
Those are the best run defenses, too, right? It's not just D linemen and linebackers getting all the plays, but it's DBs that are willing to not just cover, but tackle backs in the open field.
Man, we're seeing the tight end used more and more in the passing game. You see him moving inside. You see him moving outside. You see him moving in the box to block people. So here they put him in the slot and just have a nice little pitch and catch session.
Now on 1st down from the 43-yard line. Running into the open space.
Man, the evolution of the quarterback position. Basically, you should call them running backs who throw the ball really well now.
And guys, you know the other thing that happens here is that sets up the next play because you've sort of left the defensive line gassed trying to run down the quarterback.
Oh, you got to be in shape, chasing him around all day on design runs, on scrambles.
And the quarterback will be slung down back at the 43.
Man, getting to this quarterback is pivotal. You saw it last drive, way too much time. They score a touchdown. Nice job on 2nd down. Anticipating the pass, playing the pass, getting the sack, and now forcing a difficult 3rd down.
Now a lot of work to do to move the chains, keep this drive alive after that earlier sack. On 3rd and long, trying to have a big completion here. And the defense gets loose, bringing the heat, and down he goes again.
These are the plays as a defense that mean so much for so many reasons. Getting in the backfield, obviously getting the sack, so putting him a little bit behind the sticks, but also hitting that quarterback, making him think. That goes a long way in disrupting the quarterback's rhythm.
And here comes the punt team. First punt of the day, and he'd love to lock them up close to their goal line. He'll try to field the punt and see if he can give his offense better field position. Excellent coverage that time. Didn't give him any room to set up a big return. Opening play of this drive comes from the 12-yard line. They'll try the run. There he goes. Tackle is made at the 22, but a nice 10-yard pickup there.
You know, as a defense, you can have the right call and the right guy in the right spot, but that guy's just too good. And how about the running back on that play? Just making it happen, breaking off the huge gain. It's tough to get these guys on the ground.
And the defense holds firm. No pickup at all on that play. Got stuffed on 1st down. It's 2nd and 10.
I think that might be an example of the running back maybe trying to do a little bit too much. Everybody wants to try to bounce the ball outside and hit the home run, but in college football at this level, you just need to do a better job taking what the defense gives you.
Last completion moves the sticks in. Let's see if they try it again.
And as a quarterback, you know when you're throwing a corner route, the football is going to travel a long distance, so you've got to have great timing. You've got to get the ball out of your hands before the receivers come out of his break. You've also got to put a lot of air under the pass so the wide receiver can locate it. You can tell this quarterback has thrown a ton of these routes in practice.
As they get set to snap it, time winding down here in the quarter. Leaves it with the back. And they give him enough for the 1st down. They'll move the chains, and let's see if they can snap it one more time here in the 1st. Lots of time left, and we're ready to get back to it and open the 2nd period. So they'll go back to work after changing into the field. They'll leave it with him. And he never had a chance, just stopped cold as soon as he got it.
And that seemed a little off from the start, didn't it?
That was a big-time play, and it was off from the start because of the play he made.
And I don't think it would have mattered who was playing running back. There was absolutely nowhere to go.
The give to the back. And he was fortunate not to lose yardage on that play, able to wedge it back to the line of scrimmage. Boy, there wasn't much room to wiggle for that running back there.
Not at all. Great job by the defense getting in the backfield quickly, closing up all the holes, nowhere to run.
7th play of the drive coming up, but a long way to go on 3rd down. Power football with the run. He is not going to get there. Stopped short of the line to gain, and it'll be 4th down. The punt team makes its way onto the field. This will be the 2nd time they've had to kick it away. And the punt will hit at the 7, and they can't corral it. It goes into the end zone. It'll come out to the 20. Here comes the offense onto the field again. From the gun, they'll try to impose their will. Got the 1st down, looking for more. Quick step and go. And he picks up a huge chunk of yards on that play before he's finally hauled down.
The defense has got to be more physical up front. Don't let them have those running lanes, those holes to break off a nice run, get a 1st down. And here's the thing, you better reload quick because they're right back on the line to call another play.
He is going nowhere. Stop at the line of scrimmage. Lost 1 on that last one. It's 2nd and 11. Wants to go up top. Looking to the big tight end. Got a man. It's Ross. Just making a play, getting it to the 23-yard line. It'll be first down. New set of downs after the completion. Off the play fake on first down. Working that left side now. Didn't pick up a lot there. Moved it forward just a few.
I like the decision by the quarterback here. Just get the ball out of your hands, get it to your playmaker. A lot of times he'll dance and make even bigger plays than he did here, but it was still a positive game.
Right through his hands and incomplete, and he'll want that one back. It'll be third down. Trying to pick up a first down. Wants to keep it in the air. Sets up the screen. He's got enough. It'll be a first down. They've got it up to 12.
My goodness, this offense has got it rolling. They might put up a 50-burger. This defense, they don't have any answers right now. They're going to have to figure something out.
Wants to go up top on first down. Grabbed behind the line. It's Moore. That completion will take it inside the 4, and the offense is threatening. Going to work on second down in the red zone. Is still some ground to cover to pick up that first down. The give to the back. So close to that end zone. He can almost taste it, but it'll be first and goal for this offense.
Yeah, and it's so nice. Don't overthink it, right? Just hand it off, get the first down, new set of downs, let's go.
The offense threatening. Close to the end zone now with a new set of downs. They'll keep it on the ground for first and goal. Saunters into the end zone for a touchdown. Follow the blockers. The offensive line will take you to the hallelujah land.
And I tell you what, most of the time, Reese, it requires a little bit of skill to find that hole and, slither through a little crack. That was not a crack. That was wide open. Didn't take a lot of vision because the blocking was outstanding.
Lining up to tack one more onto that lead. And the extra point makes it 14-0. So it's an 80-yard drive, and they capped it off with a 1-yard plunge. They're set to kick it off, and this crowd now ready to get behind them. On the run from inside his own 5. Really disciplined job by the coverage unit to get down there and make the stop at the 19. They've got a little time here to put together a productive drive late in the half. The give to the lone running back. Into the pile, maybe got one. He stopped at the 21.
It's definitely too early to panic, but there's some bad feelings going on for this offense right now. You're way down on the scoreboard. I know we're still in the first half, but after that last play, it's pretty obvious. You can't run the ball. You're becoming a one-dimensional offense at a time when you need to be able to score some points. So either get it done through the air or you've got to be more physical up front.
Great coverage, great break on the ball. Had a chance to really make a big play and maybe even take that thing back to the house. But you got to secure the catch. We like to hit people more than we like to catch balls.
Oh, he can't hang on. That one was nearly picked off. Instead, he'll force a fourth down. They bring the punter onto the field now. He'll settle for some pretty good field position and make the fair catch at around the 35. No reason to be in a big rush. They have some time here late in the half. Wide receiver comes in motion. Coming out on first down with the play fake. It's incomplete, and trust me, you will not see that very often from this guy. It's second down. Couldn't make the connection last time. Let's see if they throw it again. Gets the back moving. Back to pass on second down. Catch in the middle, it's Ross.
I think that time offensively, you're just trying to take what the defense is giving you, right? They're playing zone coverage. You got your big fella just working right over the ball. It's an easy pitch and catch. Just take the profit, and let's keep going.
Ball is at the 42-yard line, close to 4-down territory. Here's third and short. Catch in the middle, it's Moore. He's got first down yardage across the 50. They'll mark it at the 49. Man down on the play as the officials take a break to let him be checked out. They'll have it at the 49, just across midfield, 1st and 10. The inside handoff. They'll pick up 4, 2nd and 6 coming.
And that's a really nice play. It's impressive. When it's first down and the defense thinks you might be running the football, you still can line up. You can get some movement at the point of attack and find a little crease for your running back.
We're at the 2-minute timeout. They've built a big lead, and they'll try to pile on a little more before the break. And here comes the offense on 2nd down. Back to pass. Grabbed over the middle. It's Moore. Good, solid pickup there. Now they can start to smell it with a first down at the 31. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. To the air on first down. The throw to the outside is complete. And he goes out of bounds after coming up with positive yardage there.
I love the anticipation on that throw by the QB on the out route. You got to throw it before the receiver comes out of his break. Nice work.
That last completion sets him up on 2nd down. Looking to fire. And that one's incomplete. Ball spotted at the 27. They're facing a 3rd and long to try to keep their hopes of a touchdown alive. From the gun, wants to pass. Fires toward the end zone. And they wanted it all on 3rd down, but now dealing with 4th down.
Well, this defense was ready for go balls. Against this receiver and his speed, he's one of the fastest in the country. They knew this quarterback was going to try to take the top off the defense. That time they couldn't link up, but if you're on defense, just know they're going to try that play again.
It's good. He could have hit a string right in the middle of the uprights there. And that lead grows even bigger.
And you want a touchdown and you want to be aggressive, but man, right down the middle, that obviously gives me some confidence down the road that I can trust this guy.
That lead just keeps getting fatter, and this kickoff team doing a little running. Here he comes from inside his own 5. Really disciplined job by the coverage unit to get down there and make the stop at the 19. And the offense takes over to dip into its bag of ball plays. These guys have taken some body blows in the first half, but now a chance to do something to feel a little better going into halftime.
Reese, they got to respond now. They got to put points on the board right here, cut into this deficit, create a little bit of momentum, because this one's going to get out of hand otherwise.
Yeah, there are a lot of offenses out there that might just say, okay, let's just regroup and figure it out. This offense doesn't have time to do that. They've got to be aggressive. They've got to throw it downfield. They've got to score points.
Or will they dial up on 2nd and a long way to go? Back to throw, it's Bailey. Nice defensive play to get a hand in there and knock it away.
The offense just has not been able to find a way to get their rhythm going here in the first half. We just haven't seen it in the passing game. That was a really good example of it again. If they're going to score more points in the second half, they've got to make some adjustments here at halftime.
He stopped at the 23 and still a ways to go to pick up the first down. Timeout called by the defense is their first of the half as they'll go to the sideline and try to make adjustments. Hunt is on its way. Coverage team able to put a stop to that return at the 42-yard line. He'll start this drive firing. And he drops it. Just took his eye off of it at the last minute.
Well, that's disappointing for the offense because that's a play that you rep all week long in practice. You should be able to hit that one no problem. The QB receiver couldn't come up with a completion.
Try to make up for some of that lost ground on 2nd down. Motion from the back. Misfired on the last play. They'll go back to the air. And it'll be incomplete. This is some physical pass defense.
I know one of the things this defense really prides themselves on is being physical, and early in this game, putting a big hit on a guy that's already had a couple catches in this game, that's a good omen for the defense.
Takes a hit as he fires. Misses again. It's incomplete, and that's 3 in a row.
You know, it's funny. That's probably the most discombobulated the offense has looked so far in this game, right? After watching that incompletion there on 3rd down, they were just up and down the field earlier. Tremendous rhythm, tremendous balance. Everything their play caller was dialing up was working, lighting up the scoreboard. And all of a sudden on this last drive, just not able to piece it together. They've got to be able to turn the page and get back to how they looked earlier in the game.
Guys, this offense will go back on the attack. So late in the half, this is really an opportunity, David, maybe to swing the momentum in their favor.
Dang right. There's no time to be conservative. We're a little bit down. Listen, I just think this is a point with the offense that they can prove. Like, we're here, we're going to create something now that we can build on in the second half.
Coach said all week he wanted to be aggressive. This is a great opportunity to show that right now. At the end of the first half, try and generate some momentum, score some points before going into halftime.
Fires to the wideout. It's caught downfield. And he gets it to the 45-yard line, and that'll be a first down. We got a timeout here late in the first half, and they'll try to get more points on the board before the break. The offense getting set for a first down from the 45. Dropping back, it's Bailey. Throws to the wideout. And that one's incomplete. Worth taking a shot there, but couldn't hook up. Looks as if we have an injury on that last play, and we'll take a break to check him out. Working well behind the sticks on 2nd down. They'll throw again after the incompletion. Looking to the big tight end. How about that play to get a hand in there and force the incompletion?
Well, nice job by the defense. They're playing with a big lead. They know the offense has to throw it, and they're inviting throws over the middle of the field, knowing they can break on these passes and maybe pick one off. Offense lucky that wasn't a turnover.
Pass is incomplete, but a lot of contact there. I think it's going to be pass interference and a first down.
And the defender just way too handsy on that last play. You could see all the contact as the ball was in the air. He simply can't do it, and the referees caught it.
So after the flag, a fresh set of downs for the offense. It's 1st and 10. Wants to throw on 1st down. Right on target this time. They'll ride him out of bounds after the good pickup spotted at the 25-yard line.
And a great play design here in this type of situation. Obviously trailing, you're trying to put something up on the scoreboard, and just using the sideline, using the boundary, getting the ball out of bounds and stopping the clock.
And the throw out to the sideline, good for a few. And he'll step across the sidelines after making a good gain on that one.
One of the things you love about this running back is not only can he run between the tackles, but he's also a weapon in this offense, catching the football.
Unloads to the wideout. Complete to the left. He'll get it all the way down to the 8-yard line, and the defense is feeling the heat. The offense wastes no time getting the timeout call. Time dwindling away as they try to put points on the board right before the half. Looking downfield, it's Bailey. He wants it all. He was open, he had it, and he dropped it. Would have been a touchdown. Instead, it's 2nd down. Defense rolls up deep in its own end on that last play. Now a 2nd and long coming. Wants to go up top. The pass is incomplete, and the clock will stop with 5 seconds left.
And I like the response by this defense. They've given up some yards, gotten all the way down here near the goal line for 2 straight plays, 2 straight incompletions, now forcing a 3rd down. They'll be happy to get out of this drive with just 3 points.
Thought he had it and couldn't get it through the uprights. He missed it. All points are important, guys, but that one still leaves you with a 3-possession deficit down by 17. And they don't want to risk a turnover here, so they'll just take the knee and head to the locker room. We've played 2 quarters here. Time to go to Kevin Connors in our halftime update.
Thanks, guys. Looks like we've had ourselves a really entertaining first half. And there's no more fitting place to begin than with this stud receiver and how he's dominated the first half. Some guys have the ability to elude and evade. This young man is a true 3-level threat. Short passes, the intermediate game, and then the deep ball. He is a problem, and I don't think this defense has the solution. That said, let's get back to the field and our guys in the booth to start the second half.
All right, Kevin, about ready to start the second half here. Just about set to get this second half underway. Fielded in the end zone. It's Harvey. Rolling the dice to bring it out of the end zone did not work out as he stopped at the 13. So, guys, we'll get another look at this offense. They start this third quarter in a big hole, and they have to start climbing out right now.
And they're going to have to be really aggressive. It's like this offense, when I'm playing from behind, every possession means so much more. And if you look the other side, the defense, they haven't given much resistance.
Yeah, nothing has gone their way in the first half offensively. And you know now, based on how this defense is playing with their confidence, that you are going to be challenged on every single snap. So buckle up, get your mind right, and get ready to come back in this game.
My job is to make sure that ball comes loose, and I got to go through that guy, use my shoulder pad, drive my feet, and really be physical, because if he bobbles it at all, or as soon as his hand gets to the ball, you can tell the difference when that body jerks forward and that ball starts to come loose and pop.
Man, and that's just making it way too easy on the defense. They're laughing at that shoulder. They're like, really? Okay, we'll just make an easy tackle, jog our punt return team out on the field. We're going to make it that easy for us.
And 4th and inches, you know what's coming. You know they're going to run the quarterback sneak, but it's one of the hardest plays in football to stop. You got to find a way to dive from the defensive line spot and stop the feet of the quarterback, and they couldn't do it. And listen, they only needed inches. That's what makes it so difficult to stop.
That is a big win for this defense as they were right there as soon as he got the ball.
Well, it's a negative play trying to run the football, and I think if you're on offense, you got to be thinking about throwing it now. You're trailing by a lot. You got to get back in this game. You need tempo, and you need explosive plays through the air.
Just enough there to get it to the 25, a pickup of 2.
And, man, the big fellas up front, they don't get a lot of credit. They don't get talked about a lot unless it's negative, but they're the big component, man. They've got to get some push, to get some running lanes, get this running game going. They're the ones that make it go.
Safe completion on the screen. Good, solid pickup on that one. They've got it out to the 40, and it's first down. Offense about to reel off its 7th play of the drive. Lots of good stuff on that play. You slow down the rush, you get a completion, and you move the chains.
And most importantly, you're right. You don't force a short yardage situation that you have to get. Nice job. Fight that rush up the field. Take advantage of the aggressiveness of the defense. Make the catch, make the run, get the first down.
Back to throw, it's Bailey. Flips it out on the screen. Breaks into the open. Nice pickup there. Gets him the first down and sets him up at the 45-yard line.
The offense really struggled in the first half of this game, so it was important coming out of halftime. They were able to generate some momentum and get some rhythm offensively, and right now they look like they have it on this drive. Great news to see the quarterback make that last throw there to pick up the first down. They need him to play great in the second half.
He gets nothing, and they're staying stubborn with this running game, but at some point you're going to have to change your thought process. They got nothing on the last play. It's 2nd and 10. Back to pass. Fires to the wideout. And the pass is incomplete, jarred loose by the hit.
This offense hasn't been able to generate a lot of points in this one. Here in the third quarter, you're seeing the defense and how much pride they take on being physical. It's not just stopping the run. Guys in the back end flying to the football in the air, getting hits on that time on the receiver, knocking it loose.
here comes the punt team. They may have to pay him overtime. He's punting for the 5th time today. He'll call for the fair catch and make it at the 14, and they'll be backed up to start this drive. Out comes the offense as they get set to take over. Complete to start this drive. They make the stop, trying to pick up just a little bit at a time to get to that first down marker. Bunch formation for these receivers. From the gun, leaves it on the inside with the back. All down, but they'll move the sticks as he picks up the first down. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. Might as well run him until they stop him. He's got it again. And this one will be stopped for no gain. Lost one on that last one. It's 2nd and 11. Looking to fire. Got it in the middle. It's Moore. He gets those chains moving, gets it out to the 42-yard line. Just not quite able to make the connection. It's incomplete. So now it's 2nd and long. Wants to go up top. This time it's complete. Stopped at the 47-yard line, a 10-yard gain, and they'll move the markers. Snap it to the back. Got a little space.
That's a big key for this offense. Now, you've got the lead here in the second half. You want to run the football. You got to just keep getting positive yards. You got to keep the third downs manageable so you can stay on the field, bleed the clock. That's going to be the key for this offense and their team winning the game.
Got 6 on first down. Now a lot of options on 2nd and 4. The give from the gun. Spins away from the defender. Drag down, but they'll move the sticks for a first down. They moved the chains on the ground last time. Let's see if they try to hit him up top. The give to the tailback. Man down on the play as the officials take a break to let him be checked out. After the productive first down play, it's 2nd and 6. Complete. Turning it on. And he'll be forced out of bounds, but not before yet another big play in this passing attack. So close to cashing it in for this offense. Wide receiver going in motion. They'll try to get it in with the run. They get him on the ground at the 3-yard line, but this defense is taking some punches. Receiver going for the edge on the jet sweep. They'll knock him down for a loss of a couple. They've held this ball forever, driven it deep, now facing a 3rd and goal. They're working that left side, and they've got him down after the short completion, but they inch closer and closer to pay dirt. And they'll send out the field goal unit. Good, right down the boulevard. And that will extend their lead even further.
Man, so many more times we're going to say, go for it, be aggressive. Nice to have a guy you can depend on, and you know you're putting 3 on the board. Nice kick, nice job.
They keep pushing that lead out, and the kickoff team's getting some work. Looking for those open spaces and opportunity. And the returner could find no daylight. He goes down. This drive will open from the 15. Use the play fake, now to throw. Unloads to the wideout. And he drops it just a little too slippery in the hands. Plenty of distance between them and the sticks here on 2nd down. They'll run it out of the shotgun. They needed to find enough space and get it moving forward, and they're up to the 22. as they get set to snap it just about to reach the end of the quarter. Trying play action. He uncorks a bullet to the right. Can't make the connection on third down thanks to that tough, hard-nosed pass defense, and now it's fourth down. Hunt is on its way. Secures it at the 30. Makes the tackle really strong, disciplined job, and now we have 1 period to play. No question they wanted to get the ball to their playmakers, and both receivers have come up big through 3. Just about ready to go in the 4th, and we'll see if any drama can be mustered. So first down will open up the final period. He'll pull it on the read. We'll give him a couple on that one. 2nd and 8 coming up. Got a little work done on first down. Now back to the line. They'll go to the ground. And how about that play by that giant, that mountain of a man on the defensive front? On third down, he'll try to pick it up through the air. Under fire. Just had to get rid of that one to save the yardage on third down. The punt team makes its way onto the field. Makes the catch, and now looking for just a little bit of daylight. Pretty solid coverage there, and they'll stop him at the 26. They go to the ground. Stonewalled again. No gain on the play. They keep trying to stick with the running game, but there's not much getting done. Here's the handoff. Stuffed on back-to-back plays. He got nothing, and now they're looking at 3rd and long. Looking to throw, it's Bailey. Wide open downfield. And they'll move the chains and get it to the 47-yard line. 1st and 10.
And as soon as the receiver caught the ball, you saw the quarterback start communicating to his teammates what the next play was going to be, because they're now changing the tempo and going fast.
Not a whole lot of progress made there on the short run. Off the play fake. Throws to the wideout. Got rid of it in a hurry, but he couldn't find his man. It's incomplete. Now facing a 3rd and long. Gives it on the option. Picks up just a few before he's brought down. Not really willing to take a risk there on 3rd and long. On 4th down, they're taking to the air. Lets it fly deep downfield. Downfield and incomplete. The defense holds. They'll run it, trying to drain time off the clock. How about this sophomore stopping him short of the 1st down line? Picked up 2 yards on that last one. They need 8 on 2nd down. The running back has it. Makes a man miss. They make the stop at the 37, but not before he's got 10 yards and the 1st down. Used to play fake, now to throw. Fires to the right. Makes the grab along the sidelines, and they get enough for the 1st down. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. Leaves it with the running back. Tough, determined run, gets it down to the 12. We've reached the 2-minute timeout, and the clock is definitely on their side. They'll just try to run it out here. 2nd down coming up on this red zone opportunity. Rides the back and leaves it. Brought down after keeping those powerful legs moving, getting all he could. He'll be a few inches short. On 3rd and short, just trying to get enough for the 1st down. Knocked down in the backfield, and that'll bring up 4th down. He'll try to throw and pick up the first down. Converts on fourth down. Still going. He's got enough for the first down, and that ought to be enough to put them in victory formation for the rest of this one.
Knocking on the door. Offense now in the red zone.
Oh, that was a pretty rough showing there by this team. Just couldn't find a way to get things going and come up with the win.
Just got outplayed, Reese. And there were moments in this game. There were plays to be had and plays to be made. At the end of the day, they just did not execute well enough in any of the three phases on any side of the football. So, David, moving forward, a lot to take away from this game as they try to improve.
A lot to take away and a lot to learn from. I mean, losses definitely hurt. They sting, but a lot of times most teams refocus and they get a sense of urgency now that they got a loss in that column. So watch the tape, watch what you need to improve on, and go attack it in practice.
Thanks so much for spending some time.